middle game in this 3-game series, the second game on this 9-game homestand, and it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, second in the National League with a 1.80 ERA, taking the mound. They'll try to slow down this A's line.
The A's, meantime, 22-20. They are chasing the Seattle Mariners for first place in the American League Western Division. The Dodgers on top of the Padres by half a game in the NL West. Well, tonight, the Dodgers try to put the 11-1 loss in Game 1 behind them. And on Star Wars night, the Empire strikes back as Yoshinobu Yamamoto is on the hill for the Dodgers, completing his warm-up tosses. And he will face Jacob Wilson, the shortstop from Thousand Oaks. Tyler Soderstrom will play left field and bat second. Brent Rooker, the designated hitter. Shea Langeliers is the catcher, hitting fourth. Batting fifth, the right fielder Lawrence Butler. Miguel Andujar plays third base and hits sixth. Batting seventh for the Athletics, J.J. Bleday. He'll be in center field. At second base, Luis Urias. And batting ninth, Nick Kurtz, the first baseman. For the Dodgers, Ohtani leads off, followed by Mookie Betts. And Freddie Freeman at first base. Will Smith batting cleanup tonight. He's behind the plate. Max Muncy is the third baseman, hitting fifth. Batting sixth, Andy Pages. Michael Conforto will bat seventh and play left field, hitting eighth on his 28th birthday. James Outman in center field, and Ha-Seong Kim will be at second base. The umpires calling the balls and strikes to Sherwater. Umpire at first base, Dan Merzel. Charlie Ramos is at second base, and the crew chief, Jordan Baker, is at third. Just about set to go here as Jacob Wilson comes up to the plate. The Dodgers in their home whites and the road grays trimmed in green and gold for the Athletics. The Athletics, surprisingly, have been really one of the better teams since mid-April. They've got one of the better records in Major League Baseball. And here is Wilson getting ready to get this one underway. The pitch from Yamamoto is there for a strike, and we are underway at 7:10, 65 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Jose, what a show Wilson put on last night.
Oh, he did. Great idea about the strike zone. He understands how to work pitches, how to work counts. And for Yamamoto, to me, one of the main things is going to be the splitter needs to be a little bit more on the glove side. His sinker should play well today, and also be aware of that early contact awareness against these A's.
1-1 strike pitch, and that's inside.
That's a good pitch. Use that sinker.
Wilson yesterday became the first visiting rookie to Dodger Stadium to have 4 hits in a game, with 2 of them as home runs. No visiting rookies ever done that here until last night. 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off to the right, and out of play.
You know, we're noticing during batting practice, Wilson does not use that triple tab that he uses during the game, where he starts way open towards the third base line and little by little gradually brings that back to square off against the pitcher.
He's ready now for the 2-2 pitch as Yamamoto steps back. Dodger right-hander turns and delivers. And the ball is hit on the ground is short. Mookie Betts shuffles to his right, grabs it, throws on to first, and there's one away.
We can talk all about what we want about Yamamoto and the 53 strikeouts coming into today with 45 innings, but he is a true ground ball pitcher, which is marvelous. Play behind him. 62% of balls put in play are on the ground.
And that's up 13+% from last year. It's the highest jump in Major League Baseball. Last year he was at 48%. Now Tyler Soderstrom, the left fielder, fouls one off for strike one. What do you attribute that spiked ground ball rate to?
Zone that he's using more. Not trying to amp out fastballs up in the zone.
Roll one, a curveball cut on and missed, and it's 0-2.
And also sometimes because his fastball has some run, sometimes accidentally the four-seamer will act like a two-seamer, and that's going to provoke bats over the baseball.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a splitter. And if he's got the good splitter, he's going to have a good night. But that's strikeout number 1 for Yamamoto. Think about the numbers against the splitter, Jose. The opposition now 5 for 59. They're hitting under 0.85 on the splitter. He has 27 strikeouts out of his 54 on that one pitch. Next offer comes to the right-handed hitting Brent Rooker. Rooker, the DH. 2 down, bases empty for the Athletics. Rooker's hitting 4 straight for the A's. And the pitch to him right there for a strike. Good fastball over the outer half.
You haven't seen a pitch above.
They can hit the top of the baseball. Ground ball's never gone out of the ballpark, right? There's a swing and a miss.
Little league with no fence.
That's right. You can run it out. But that's not the way it ends for the Athletics. And Yamamoto peering over the webbing of his glove. Steps back, turns, fires. Swung on, fouled back.
It's amazing that his splitter averages 90 miles an hour. And it's got that tumbling effect, and mostly he is on arm side against the righties, obviously coming down and in. And Kodai Senga had some advice for him last year to use more glove side against righties and also throw that fastball out there too.
1-2 to Rooker. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a fastball. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And he retires the Athletics in order. 1-2-3 they go on the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Dodgers coming to bat. No score at Dodger Stadium.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means. Because I do think it's a meaningful day.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just follow this picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Today at chla.org.
First inning, no score. Shohei Ohtani leading off. Will be followed by Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. Last night, a 9-game hitting streak was halted. Shohei went 0 for 3. In fact, last night, Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman all went 0 for. That's only happened to right field. See ya. That ball's gone. Ohtani with his 13th home run of the year. That didn't take very long. 3 pitches into the game, and the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead.
Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around Diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Visit DanielsJewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon. Go Shohei, sayonara.
403 feet. And now the pitch to Mookie Betts, who takes a strike.
Go back to what you said about the top 3 yesterday.
Somebody's got to pay, right? After that happens.
They're quite hungry, and this guy's a strike thrower. He throws all around the zone.
15th career leadoff home run for Ohtani. Here's a ground ball left side, backhanded in the hole by Wilson. Plants his feet, throws to first in time to get Mookie. And there's one away for the Dodgers now in the bottom of the first.
Another good contact by the Dodgers by Mookie Betts. I bet Papa Jack Wilson will be very proud of seeing that play. Finished there by his son, Jacob.
Well, that's where his dad used to make a lot of his money. He was in the 5-6 hole right there. Jack Wilson could go into the hole with the backhand with the best of them, and he would throw guys out from the grass, from the outfield grass. He was terrific. And the pitch to Freddie Freeman is low ball 1. Freddie hitting .366, leading all National Leaguers in batting average now that he's qualified. And the pitch on the corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the next batter is at .331. Go figure.
Yeah. Will Smith on deck, and a swing and a miss. And a changeup. Shohei Ohtani with a leadoff home run. It's his 8th leadoff home run as a Dodger. And a strike down the middle, changeup. That was a middle pitch, and one that you very rarely see Freddie Freeman take.
He is fastball about 43%, averages 94. Changeup right after that. In terms of percentage of users, 17%, 86. He has a sweeper, a sinker, and also a slider, a show pitch.
So Will hitting .330 plus, and he's hitting .370 here at Dodger Stadium. Pitch to Smith with 2 down and nobody on. Outside ball 1. Started him with the sweeper. Last 11 games for Will. He's hitting .368. It's still excellent with runners in scoring position. He's under 500. He had a chance last night, didn't get a hit. But
I thought it was interesting how you and I heard Dave Roberts talk about now with the youngster here catching behind Will Smith, how he's been managing Will Smith up to now. So perhaps he's thinking more off days since you can't DH him for Will Smith the rest of the season.
And the 2-1 pitch to Smith. He takes a strike. Dalton Rushing is here, the Dodgers' #1 prospect. If you've been following Dodger news all day, you know the news. But just to repeat it, Austin Barnes was designated for assignment today. And Dalton Rushing called up to the big leagues. Pitch outside. And Dave Roberts saying today that Rushing would catch 2 days a week. And the other thing, too, I mean, you're not just catching in games 2 days a week. You're also working with pitchers, catching bullpens. And it'll be a gradual start to his big league career now.
So he is in the classroom often.
Payoff pitch to Smith. Just outside ball 4. The Dodgers have a base runner with 2 outs.
For a young catcher, I learned this from watching, guys like Steve Yeager come up. And back then, obviously, there's not the technology, but spending time watching pitchers you're going to face, but spending more time talking to and watching video of the guys you're going to catch. And that's pretty much a task now for a young catcher like Rushing.
Max Muncy with 2 down and a runner aboard. 1-0 Dodgers, bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. And Max swings and pops it up left field. Soderstrom took a step back, now comes in. And he'll make the catch. And that will do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first. On the third pitch to Shohei Ohtani, he made it a 1-0 game with a home run. His 13th of the season. After a full inning at Dodger Stadium, Dodgers 1, A's 0.
LA's best sports star. That's a good.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
The beauty of this jersey is the field texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Dodgers baseball.
Top of the second inning is brought to you by Budweiser. This one is for you. Dodgers 1, A's nothing. Shea Langoliers, the catcher, cleanup man, leading off against Yamamoto. Yamamoto standing square to the plate. Now will turn and send a pitch home, and it's outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Langoliers last night, couple of hits, both to the opposite field. So he tried to work the hole on the right side with a runner on base. Nobody on right now, though, and he swings and fouls it away. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. 1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss. Ran a cutter in there on Langoliers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yamamoto retired him in order in the first. 2 strikeouts, 1 on a splitter, 1 on a fastball. And that was ahead of Langoliers. Yamamoto looking to bounce back from a subpar outing. Last time out against Arizona, 1-2. And that's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And pretty much 3 pitches did him in.
That was it.
Ball 4. Hit batsman, and 1 mistake right down the middle to Gabriel Moreno.
And other than that,
grand slam.
Other than that, it wasn't that bad.
No.
It was the first career grand slam he'd allowed. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the right again.
Another interesting fact was the first time Yamamoto has had the bases loaded all season. This season. That was it.
Yeah, he's limited traffic for sure. So back up on the horse tonight here at Dodger Stadium. 2-2. That's low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Splitter was low. Got to see Dalton Rushing warm up Yamamoto between innings, while Will Smith got his catcher's gear on.
Classroom starts now.
3 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swung on ground ball up the middle to the left of second base, and that's a base hit for Langoliers. Last night, 18 hits for the Athletics. That's a season high. Here's Lawrence Butler.
You got a base hit against Yamamoto with 2 strikes. Consider yourself quite lucky. He's allowed 1 hit per 10 at bats. 102 average coming into today with 2 strikes against him.
Well, Butler, left-handed hitter, with Langoliers aboard. Nobody out. Swings, fouls it away to the left and out of play. And with 2 strikes this year, the opposition hitting 102 against him. And Butler checked his swing. They appeal down to Baker. Jordan Baker down at third. He didn't go.
Let's put a little perspective on that. The league hits 169 with 2 strikes.
Yeah, so it's well below league average, which is good. Now the 1-1 pitch from Yamamoto out of the stretch. And Butler foul tips it into the glove of Will Smith for a strike. It's 1-2.
Well, there was Tim. Got a glove side splitter. Down and in on a lefty. Good pitch.
I like that location. Now a 1-2 offer. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The splitter got him. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Yamamoto.
That's the thing. This was not a perfect location. In fact, it was elevated. Still had the tumbling effect. It was a little flat, but because of what Butler saw in the previous pitch, he thought that ball was going to drop a little bit more. Stayed flatter. He swung right under it.
And then out of the hand, I mean, it comes out in the same arm slot as the fastball, and you think it might be one place, and it kind of disappears on you.
Well, that tunneling is fair. It's truly, something that's true and real for hitters and pitchers.
Miguel Andujar takes outside for a ball.
So you have a guy that throws 90 miles an hour with a big hook, and just the release point, because of the big curveball, makes you swing more high fastballs than anything else. At 90, he'll get it by you more often than not.
1-0 pitch. And that's low. So at 90, you'll get it by you, but it might appear like it's 95.
Correct.
It's got that perceived velocity.
And your eyes are trained
high.
to say, well, if it starts there, I think it's going to break down. And then you're like in between swing or not swing. Before you know it, you're late.
Runner at first, 1 out, 2-0 pitch coming to Andujar. And it's outside, 3-0, and Yamamoto falling behind. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead on the solo homer by Shohei Ohtani, his 13th.
Got to be thinking green light here. Make a good pitch.
There's the 3-0 to Andujar from Yamamoto. Swung on and grounded foul past third.
That's a good pitch, 3-0. Smart. In on the hands.
Three and one. Andujar, right-handed hitting third baseman. Normally a left fielder, but the A's have moved Tyler Soderstrom out there to get his bat in the lineup. Pitch on the way, a swing and a miss, and a good-looking curveball from Yamamoto.
That is a beauty. That is his neutralizing pitch right there.
So that has filled up the count. Yeah, he's got a big 12-6 break on that curveball.
It's a make-or-break pitch for him. He needs to use it not to get strikeouts, but to steal a strike, and he can locate it so well. In any quadrant, he can throw that curveball.
Now the 3-2 pitch to Miguel Andujar. Runner goes. Ball is swung on and missed. Throw down to second, a little high, and Langoliers will take second base, getting him in motion to try to stay out of the double play. But the two-seamer strikes out Andujar.
There's 3 good ones he's thrown already. First pitch on Jacob Wilson. The 3-0 on Andujar, and now put him away 3-2 with a sinker. That plays very well, which could open a door later on if he wants to test the slider if it's needed later in the game.
Tying run in scoring position, 2 outs, and the center fielder, J.J. Bleday, hitting from the left side, takes outside ball 1. Bleday starts the night at .222, 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. He's had a lot of extra base hits lately. Had a single last night and a home run. 9 of his last 12 hits have been for extra bases, including the home run off of Miguel Rojas last night. That's right, Miguel Rojas had the pitch in the game last night to get out of hand. So, in fact, he gave up back-to-back homers to Andujar and Bleday in the 9th inning.
So Miggy doing some pitcher's conditioning today.
Is that right? Was he running foul pole to foul pole?
He's a pitcher now.
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss. Well, he's a pitcher with an ERA of 21.
Yeah, so he's not a pitcher anymore, right?
He's got an ERA.
Get him off that roll.
Here comes a 2-1 pitch to J.J. Bleday. Swings, hits a little tapper up the first base side. Easy play for Freddie Freeman. He'll step on the bag. 3 unassisted. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. No Dodger errors at the end of an inning and a half. It's the Dodgers 1, A's nothing.
AM 570.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. You know, we think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. And Andy Pages will lead off. Conforto and Outman to follow. 6, 7, and 8. In the Dodger order against right-hander Gunnar Hoagland. First pitch, hammered down the left field side. It is gone. That's a home run. Andy Pages, he just ambushed Hoagland on the first pitch. Home run number 7 for Pages. It's 2-0.
What a shot by Andy Pages. So Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. And your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
417 feet down the line. That ball's pulled 417.
Sinker in. Drop the barrel.
Oh, man. So a pair of solo home runs allowed by Hoagland tonight. And the Dodgers with a 2-0 lead. Michael Conforto, whose bat has come to life, tying a career high with 3 doubles in the game last night. Went 3 for 4. And he will take low, and it's 2-0 to Michael Conforto.
How fun was it to see that? Just the results, get the confidence up. He is now 6 for his last 10, the last 3 games. 6 for 10.
Now a 2-0 pitch from Hoagland. That's in there for a strike.
And besides that, Tim, it's the fact that with 2 strikes, a couple of those doubles.
Yes.
A big part of the field.
Yeah, he hadn't been doing well with 2 strikes. The pitch fouled away. In fact, we had a note last night. He was, before last night, he was 2 for his last 63 with 2 strikes. And then he was 2 for 2 with 2 strikes after his first 2 doubles.
Boosting your confidence and also taking control swings inside the zone. Well, 2 strikes, also conviction. If you believe, just let it fly.
Hoagland's pitch, and Conforto hammers one to straightaway center field. Going back toward the wall and reaching up, backpedaling, J.J. Bleday. He'll make the catch with his back up against the wall. That ball was smoked, but just didn't have enough height to get out, and there's one away.
There's now 7 batters he's faced. There's a walk and a strikeout. 4 have hit the ball right on the nose.
So, coming into the game, in his prior 2 major league outings, they lasted 11 1/3 innings. He allowed 1 home run. And he's allowed 2 home runs here in inning plus 1 batter. Now here's the birthday boy, James Outman. He's one of 2 Dodgers celebrating a birthday today. 0-1 pitch to James is at the knees for a strike. So James is 28. Tony Gonsolin also celebrating a birthday today. Tony's 31. 1 out, base is empty, and Hoagland delivers, and it's up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. James 1 for 15, but that one was loud. It was a 3-run homer in Miami, and he takes a changeup here and strikes out. Second strikeout for Hoagland, and both have come on the chain.
It was loud, and it was straight center field. It was short and quick swing. But he continues to have issues with the whiffs. It's now 11 strikeouts and 16 at bats for James Outman.
Ha-Seong Kim is at the plate now. 2 down, left-handed batting second baseman. He'll take outside, ball 1. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. And Kim swings and misses at the changeup. He was out in front. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Very interesting. Watch Bleday in center field. He'll start straight up. He'll move right before the pitch. But everybody pretty much, they start straight up in the outfield.
And Kim slaps 1 foul out of play into the loge section on the third base side.
And they're a team that they're challenged defensively, and they don't believe in cards. They don't have cards to read off position and stuff like that.
Might be one of the few teams, maybe the only team that we've seen that doesn't have some sort of communication out there.
And the user is very limited.
Well, Hoagland shaking off the sign from Langoliers. Finally agrees on the pitch in the 1-2. And it's pulled foul up the first base side. Yeah, the A's have kind of gone back a little bit, playing some more old school baseball.
It's paying off.
Especially at the plate. They've just kind of put the launch angle thing on the shelf.
They show that. They want just contact.
1-2. Kim hits it a long way foul out of play on the left side. Yeah, just put the ball in play. That's their main thing. And don't worry about launch angle or any of that stuff. It's working out for them this year. Here's a 1-2. And Kim hits a slow ground ball past the pitcher. Kim can fly, and he is safe with an infield single. Luis Arias, the second baseman, charged. He gloved and threw in the same motion, and it still wasn't quick enough to get the fast-running Ha-Seong Kim.
I love to get a ball past the pitcher when you hit it off the end of the bat like that. Knowing where Urias is playing, if it gets past the pitcher, you have a very good chance, especially in a swing where you're full and you're already half a step down the line to first base. Nice lean, by the way, as he gets to first base.
This brings up Ohtani for the second time in as many innings. Shohei with a home run already tonight. 2-0 Dodgers. 2 outs, Kim at first base. The pitch. And that is low. Now with Ohtani up, do you run Kim here with 2 outs?
I want Shohei to swing the bat here. So no.
That's what I thought you'd say. I mean, Shohei's already in scoring position in the batter's box, so Kim can get a free ride maybe. We'll see. Now 1-0. And Ohtani hits a ground ball foul down near first base. First base coach Chris Woodward grabs it and throws it up in the seats.
For Hoagland, in fact, even though only 2 starts, 1 stolen base, 1 caught stealing. And they tell me from AAA reports that he does a very good job of awareness in the base running game.
Stretch by the A's right-hander, and the 1-1 coming to Shohei. Swings, hits a ground ball to second base. Urias is there, and he'll flip on to first for the out. So Shohei makes the out 4-3. Dodgers get a run on the solo homer by Andy Pages. 2 hits in the inning and a man left. Through 2 full at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers 2, Athletics nothing.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with two different teams.
Dodgers 2, Athletics nothing. Top of the third inning, and the second baseman, right-handed hitter Luis Urias facing Yamamoto, who fires a strike in there. 35 pitches so far in the game for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Comes an 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a ground ball past a diving Muncy down the left field line. Kicks off the sidewall, picked up by Conforto, who holds him to a single. Well, that's definitely doubles territory there, but Conforto with a good play, playing the carom off the sidewall and a nice throw into the infield. And Urias thought better of going to second base.
Great job, Conforto, playing that corner a little bit better since that first homestand when he had a little issue out there with a fly ball. He has been very aggressive covering that and knowing exactly how much room he has after the white line.
Leadoff single, second time the leadoff man has been aboard in 3 innings for the Athletics. 0-1 to Nick Kurtz, the number 9 hitter. I was thinking about this today since I let Oakland slip last night. That it might be fair for us to have our own private kangaroo court.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
There'll be a lot of arguments.
Swinging
questioning.
Fly ball shallow left. Conforto looking up into the twilight sky. He'll make the catch for the out. Well, basically, every time you say the wrong team's name, like the Indians instead of Guardians or Oakland instead of just the Athletics, you add to the jar.
You pay the man. There was one time with the Orioles when Eddie Murray used to be the judge. You think about that. Nobody questioned anything.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Majesty.
Here's Jacob Wilson, second time up. He grounded out to Mookie Betts at short in the first to lead off the ball game. Open stance, closes it up, and he looks at a strike. You were talking about his BP. Doesn't he do the multiple toe taps in BP? Probably because he wouldn't have time to reset in between pitches, right?
Well, that's exactly right. He wants to be in a better hitting position as the ball approaches from 50 feet, and not 60 feet.
0-1 fouled into the A's dugout.
What I'm surprised is that the Dodgers are not playing him more shaded towards the right side in the middle infield.
There's a 0-2 pitch coming out of the stretch from Yamamoto. Urias short lead at first. The kick, the pitch, fouled back. Hey, Dodger fans, skip the line at Dodger Stadium. Look for the QR code to scan around the ballpark or order with Uber Eats. Just get on the Uber Eats app right from your seat and enjoy every pitch, run, and out. There's an 0-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up. Shallow right center field. Kim goes out, but here comes Andy Pages in to call him off and make the catch for the second out.
Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Plus, stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply, so visit MLB.tv for details.
Two 2-0 Dodgers in the third inning. 2 men out, 1 man on, and the batter is Tyler Soderstrom. Soderstrom swings, hits a deep drive to center field. Outman going back to the wall. He leaps. It is gone. Soderstrom with a game-tying 2-run home run. And for Soderstrom, his 10th of the season. And this is the reason they converted him from catcher and first base. They needed his bat in the lineup, and they found a way to stand him up in left field, and he has been hitting the ball like crazy for the A's.
He started off quite crazy and hitting home runs. He had quieted down the last 10 games or so until this one here, straight out center field. Again, ambushing early, and they take good swings to the middle part of the field.
And a big philosophy of theirs is to swing early and often. In fact, their first pitch swing percentage is second most in baseball. And now Brent Rooker hits one to deep right, but it'll be playable right along the warning track in front of the scoreboard. Andy Pages makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But Tyler Soderstrom hits a 2-run home run. And after
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. All the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. I came to vibe, yeah. On something, on something.
Top of the fourth inning. Athletics 2, Dodgers 2. And Yamamoto back to work, facing the catcher, Shea Langoliers, who's 1 for 1. Right-handed hitting catcher singled and stole second back in the second inning. Takes inside, ball 1. Sun going down. The silhouette of the San Gabriels just picturesque as we look out beyond Dodger Stadium. Lights in full effect, and the temperature cooling off. Pitch down low, 2 balls and no strikes.
This is a setting that just does not go out of style. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's a great time of night here. And the 2-0 pitch. And that's outside, 3-0. The days will start getting longer. It'll stay lighter longer as we move along here. Get into the summer. Not too distant future. 3-0 pitch. Swung on and a bouncer foul wide of third.
It is when outfielders and infielders have to communicate a little bit better. Sometimes as an infielder, any short fly ball to the outfield, you have to just head in that direction to help them out without even pointing, because it is quite tough here in the twilight.
3-1 pitch. Another swing and a foul back, especially, for outfielders, center fielder in particular, a ball coming out of the top deck. It's not that easy. Rick's often talked about it. It's not. There's a time of night here where it's pretty tough to see.
Very tough. And again, as an infielder, I was taught, hey, don't just point. If you lead in that direction, if you lose it, at least you're leading him to be in the aerial territory where you might find the ball late, but catch it.
There's a wind, and Yamamoto's payoff pitch to Langoliers. Inside, he walked it. Langoliers has been on base twice. The only Athletic to claim that tonight.
It's 3 batters leading off innings have gotten on against Yamamoto here tonight.
3 consecutive innings.
Number 4, Lawrence Butler.
Lawrence Butler, the batter, he struck out on a splitter in the second inning. And he is susceptible to chase a high fastball once in a while, too. Langoliers leads at first. Pitch to Butler, fouled off to the left and out of play. Jose Mota sitting in for Rick Monday this week. Rick is at a family function this week. I know he's paying attention because he texted me after the game last night. He's already texted me a couple times today.
I already sent him a Monday. Where are you?
He's got all the information from today's transactions. Here's a swing and a miss, 0-2. But it's always fun to talk to Mo when the Dodgers play the A's. We do this a lot in spring training. It gives a lot of the Charlie Finley stories, Joe DiMaggio stories.
DiMaggio stories are great. Reggie Jackson stories are wonderful.
Yep. Rick was actually the first Oakland A with a home run after they moved from Kansas City. He hit the first home run in Oakland.
That's right.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased it downstairs. Good splitter. Second time that Yamamoto has struck him out on that pitch.
That's pretty much a pattern for Yamamoto against certain hitters that are free swingers. He started off with a splitter away, out the zone and out of the zone, which Butler chased. So that's an indication that this guy is trying to spread the zone a little bit more. Let me just go out there and not even throw anything near.
Miguel Andujar, third baseman, also a strikeout victim, his first time up. 1 down, 1 on, 2-2 ball game. And a strike delivered to the right-handed hitter. No balls and 1 strike to Miguel Andujar. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball just wide of third, foul.
Join us for Vince Scully Bobblehead Night Monday, May 19th against the D-backs. The first 40,000 fans in attendance will take home a Vince Scully Bobblehead presented by 76. Celebrate the legendary voice of baseball and own a piece of Dodgers history. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
No balls and 2 strikes to Andujar. It's going to be a great collectible, by the way.
Anything related to Vince Scully. For sure.
And the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to third, past the backhand of Muncy down the line. Running around second and on his way to third is Langoliers. He's going to get waved home. Here's the relay from Betts. The throw is not there in time, and the A's have taken a 3-2 lead on a one-out run-scoring double by Miguel Andujar. That's where that leadoff walk came back to haunt Yamamoto.
Well, that's absolutely right, and it takes also a little bit of scouting on 3 balls that Andujar has hit down that line. And the last foul ball, I'm thinking Muncy perhaps could be looking at that and going, I got to be at least a step closer. Not to say he was going to catch this one, but I think overall, you got to scout yourself and think about things that you see in tendencies. And Andujar has been pull mode and pull happy pretty much in every swing.
He's pulled a few foul balls down that way, so it would give you an indication that that's where he's going to try to hit it. J.J. Bleday, left-handed batter, facing Yamamoto. 3-2 A's. And Bleday lifts one in the air to center field, drifting over towards slight left center. James Outman, he calls for it, makes the catch. And Andujar back to second base, and there are 2 out.
And this is where Yamamoto has to really bear down. They need him to eat up more innings. And after 3 runs right now, it's time to really settle down and make better pitches.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
2 outs, runner at second base. Luis Urias, the second baseman, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Got the ride home for free on the home run by Tyler Soderstrom. He'll take a strike. No balls and a strike to Urias. Down the road in San Diego, the Padres lead the Angels 3-1, top of the 6th. Giants losing to the Diamondbacks 8-7 earlier today in San Francisco. Diamondbacks trying to catch the Giants. They're next above them in the Western standings.
A lot of runs being scored the last couple of games in San Fran.
Torey Lovello getting ejected in that game, the manager of the Diamondbacks. Now a 1-1 pitch from Yamamoto. Snapped outside for a ball. 2-1 through a cutter.
You got to stay out there against Urias. Have to stay out there and find that command and that fastball away.
Here is a 2-1 pitch. And it's inside, 3-1. So this afternoon in Seattle, the Yankees beat the Mariners 3-2. And certainly the A's were keeping an eye on that as they are chasing the Mariners in the standings. They picked up a game on them. Or a half game on him. Ground ball toward the middle. Backhand stab. Kim to his feet. Throws to first in time. Oh, a tremendous play by Ha-Seong Kim. He just saved a run. Side retired. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. No Dodger errors. After 3.5 innings, it's the A's 3, Dodgers 2.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 5.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
for the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth inning. Athletics with a 3-2 lead. And Gunnar Hoagland back to work. He throws one home. There's a strike. His fastball has a lot of movement on it, and he's had success with it. Dodgers 0 for 6 on the fastball, and opponents this year just 2 for 24 on the old number 1.
Yeah, came in 2 for 18. No damage yet here today.
It's about movement and location. 0-1 pitch, cut on and missed.
Averages 94. Changeup, second pitch uses the most at 86 average. Sweeper, sinker, and the slider.
0-2 pitch coming to Muncy. He swings, hits a little nubber out in front down the first base line, trying to run it out. Langoliers throws and gets it to first in time. The stretch by Kurtz made the difference, and Muncy is out. The save of the game is brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye to grass. Hello, rebates. Visit bewaterwise.com. And the save of the game so far, the play by Hassan Kim up the middle on Luis Arias, taking a base hit away from him and then throwing him out at first, saving a run. 2-3 on the putout for Muncy. He's 0 for 2. And here's Andy Pages. Homered on the first pitch he saw last time up. And he takes a strike here. He did not get a fastball. He got a sweeper.
A play like that, catchers will always say, hey, thank you for a first baseman that has the glove on that side of the line.
That's right. Because Kurtz is left-handed.
Yes,
so
makes it a lot easier.
Makes a difference.
To stretch out and to stretch in to the throw.
1-1 to Pages. The line to kick the pitch. Swung on. That's into right center field for a base hit. Pages is 2 for 2. And the Dodgers have the tying run aboard with 1 out. And Michael Conforto coming up.
Amazing for a guy like Pages, Tim, when he keeps those shoulders level. It's night and day on how the ball takes off and where he finds holes and stays on top of the baseball.
When you look at him where he was last year at this time, I mean, the confidence this year is off the charts. You know, he's more comfortable here at the big league level.
And he's hitting different parts of the zone, too. Seems like last season everything was hot on below the knees, down and in. Everything else was just cold.
This is the 11th time in the last 23 games that Pages has had a multi-hit effort. Conforto up 0 for 1. Pitch to Conforto, wave and a miss at the changeup. Michael hit a ball to deep center field in the second inning. It was caught by Bleday.
Hit it very hard again, big part of the field.
Well, 7 of the last 13 batted balls have been over 100 miles per hour off his bat. Swings and bounces one foul over by the A's dugout.
Got a fly out, 103 off the bat. I should say line out.
Well, you know, the more balls you square up, you're going to make some outs. You're going to have some atom balls, meaning a hit it right at them, things like that. But they're eventually going to start dropping in, and they have started to drop in. Last night he had 3 doubles, so that's evidence of that. Pages off of first, middle infield playing for 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Michael Conforto from Gunnar Hoagland. It's up high, 1-2. Message from California Public Health. Teens, you can feel better when you balance your stress with tips and tools made for teens by teens. Learn more at takespacetopause.org. 1-2 pitch to Conforto. Swings at a ball in the dirt and strikes out. It was a changeup. That'll be strikeout number 4. And the third one on the changeup for Gunnar Hoagland.
Something the Athletics liked about Hoagland, too. Coming into this game, left-handers were only 3 for 22. And Shohei welcomes him with a home run. And we can see why. Look at the way he's pitching Freddie Freeman. Look at the way he's pitching Conforto and Outman and Kim.
Outman struck out looking first time up. Left-handed batter waits. He swings and misses at strike 1. There's the fastball. Well, again, it's his birthday, so he's entitled to a birthday blast here tonight. See if he can get a hit on his birthday. Maybe hit one out. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1.
You're so hoping, we all are, that he runs into something again. like he did in Miami.
Yeah,
contact first. I mean, that's what's happening. Contact needs to come first.
Stretch by Hoagland. The 1-1 pitch to James Outman. It's in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. James laid off the changeup. Tigers beat the Red Sox earlier today. The Tigers sweep Boston in that series. Blue Jays knock off the Rays 3-1. Here's a 2-1, and it's up high 3-1 to Outman. Brewers beat the Guardians 9-3 earlier. Pirates and Mets were delayed by rain, but the Pirates would win that game 4-0, shutting out the Mets at Citi Field. 3-1, and this ball is hit up in the air to shallow center field. Jacob Wilson, the shortstop, out. Here comes J.J. Bleday. Moves over to his left a little, makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. At the end of 4 full, it's the Athletics 3, Dodgers 2.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, you know, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. You know, all the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Yamava.com.
First baseman Nick McCurts will lead off. Left-handed slugger. Hit his first major league home run last night. Yamamoto fires down low ball 1. So the first pitch strike percentage is the thing with Yamamoto too. He's right at the major league average, about 61%. And the best pitch in the book, as any manager will say, is strike 1. And there is strike 1, and it's now 1-1.
Nice cut fastball in. To me, that is the one side of the plate from here on he needs to find consistency with.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swung down and fouled back off to the left.
Reason I say that? Very easy. Lefties are leaning out over the plate, looking fastballs away and splitters. Right-handers, like Andujar, are saying middle in. Let's go and pull. So outside on righties, inside on lefties. The pattern needs to change.
The wind, the 1-2. And Kurtz chases the splitter and strikes out. 1 away.
That is thanks to one thing. Cutter inside early in this at-bat. Same lane, down and in.
6th strikeout for Yamamoto. Now, Jacob Wilson back up. He's 0 for 2. Hitting .358. You look among the qualifiers in Major League Baseball in terms of batting average. Wilson grounds it to short. Mookie Betts to his glove side left. Grabs it. Sidearms low to first. Dug out with a backhand by Freeman. They're 2 away, but there's only 2 players in Major League Baseball with a higher batting average coming into the games tonight. Aaron Judge leads everybody. Came into the day today hitting .410.
He's at .412 now.
.412.
15 home runs.
Pretty good. And Freddie Freeman was hitting .366 heading into action today. And then there was Jacob Wilson, third in the big league. But he's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's Tyler Soderstrom.
How about this one? Jacob Wilson, Luis Arraez. Slowest swings in baseball. One has 3 batting titles. The other one came in hitting .363.
Isn't that amazing?
Go figure.
1-0 pitch. Swinging a little swinging bunt toward the third base side that rolls foul. Well, that's the thing about, swing speed and bat speed can be two different things, but it's a matter of getting contact. It's a matter of getting the bat to the ball.
I could have the most beautiful swing, the quickest swing, and if I don't make contact, so what? Maybe slowing down the swing will be better for me because the bat will stay in the zone a little bit longer. But now nobody works to make their swing slower, so that's... What would I say that?
Everybody's trying to get it faster these days. 1-2, and that's low.
The way to do that, if anything, is try a heavier bat and force yourself to stay in the zone a little bit longer.
I think you're onto something. 2-1 pitch. Strike called. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you can ask Mo about this. It was recommended sometimes by hitting coaches. Against certain pitchers, day to day, you would change your bat depending on who you were facing.
2-2. Swung on, ground ball to the right side, one-handed on the lip of the outfield grass by Hyesung Kim. He throws on to first. And the side is retired in order. Midway through the 5th at Dodger Stadium, it's the A's 3, Dodgers 2.
Hey, Dad, did you go to Dodgers games when you were a boy?
Sure did. Grandpa took me.
Did you eat hot dogs?
Yep.
If you were to find a jersey, or if you swap a jersey, one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey.
Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Boom. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had.
Dodgers.
Hyesung Kim will lead off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-2 Athletics in front. And Duhar has to respect the bunted third. He's in on the grass for the left-handed hitter. Kim with an infield single first time up. Takes a strike here. Fastball from Gunnar Hoagland.
Look how deep the first baseman Kurtz is playing. Just imagine if Kim can just put in the mind of a first baseman to come in. How many more choppers is going to get by people on both corners?
0-1 pitch. Swung on and well hit to right field. This ball heading back toward the wall. It's gone! It is gone. It's the first Major League home run for Hyesung Kim. And the Dodgers have tied it up 3-3 as Kim goes deep into the pavilion.
Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Visit DanielsJewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon. Go Hyesung.
Right into the home run seats. It's the third leadoff home run of the game for the Dodgers. Pai has had one, and the man at the plate did too, and Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers 3, A's 3, and Ohtani hits one on the ground. Couple of hops to Urias. First ball swinging, and he throws him out. So 1 away.
Kim did hit 11 home runs, drove in 75 runs last season in Korea, and you saw him drive the ball well in spring training, the opposite field. Good to see that.
He really barreled it up. He squared that baseball up and hit it out. So now Mookie's up with 1 out and the base is empty. Nothing in 1 to Betts. First pitch on the outside corner. And the next pitch a little further outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, that's got to feel good for Mr. Kim. Get that one behind him. And Mookie hits the ball to left field. It's going to be played by Soderstrom, running in toward the infield. He makes the catch. 2 down. And Mookie's 0 for 3.
Hit the ball hard first at bat since then, 2 times off the end of the bat. Is that movement you're talking about? That Hoagland does possess in those pitches, coming down the middle and then darting in or down.
Freddie Freeman, the batter. Freeman is 0 for 2. Struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. And he swings at this one and fouls it back. Will Smith in the on-deck circle. He'll go get the foul ball. 0-1. And a strike call. 0-2 to Freddie. Freddie's average at .360. Still the highest in the National League among qualifiers. Next offer is low, 1-2. Here comes the wind from Gunnar Hoagland. And his 1-2 offer to Freeman is right back up the middle of base hit. That pitch was low and out of the strike zone, a changeup. Freddie went down and got it.
That's a professional hitter on display right there.
He's now 1 for 3.
He got a little tall a couple of times with the fastball, but he knows at some point he's got to see that changeup again. He's seen it about 6 times today.
Will Smith is the batter now. Will is 0 for 1 with a walk. Flied to center in the 3rd last time up. Walk back in the 1st inning. Go ahead runs on base. That's Freeman. And a 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch outside, ball 1, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Will. Max Muncy waits on deck. Hoagland out of the stretch. And the A's right-hander delivers home. He swings and misses. Now, when Hoagland got drafted by Pittsburgh out of high school, he was offered a $2 million signing bonus because he was a first-rounder. Compensatory round, but still a first-rounder.
Still very good money.
And he turned it down and went to Ole Miss instead. And then out of Ole Miss, he got drafted again and moved up to 19th overall from, I think he was 36th. Leday now moving over toward right center field. So there's a gap in left center for Smith.
Leday moves a lot between pitches.
2 ball, 1 strike pitch from Hoagland to Will. And he watches it sail into the dirt. 3-1.
There goes Leday again. He'll go straight up and then move back out.
Seems it's more by feel with them. Looking down in the dugout, I'm not seeing him get any instruction on where to position. And again, they don't have defensive cards. 3-1, and Will fouls it down the right side a long way and out of play. That's how it used to be, too. Like, you know, you'd have an idea about where to play a guy. Sometimes your position coach would give you instruction and direct everybody. But other times, you know, just it's the eye test. It's what you've seen them do already and what their tendencies are.
Feel, instinct. You got to trust it.
Freeman's going to take off with this pitch. 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count to Will. And Kurtz playing behind Freeman at first base. Stretched by Hoagland. He is set. Now Freeman creeping off the bag. He takes off, and the pitch is high, ball 4. So 2 on and 2 out. You know what? Great to see your dad, by the way. I know he's been giving us updates daily. He's getting better and better.
Yeah, Pop's listening and watching also. So he's flipping between TV, Spanish radio, and us. So tomorrow he'll give me a report on everybody.
All right, good. Well, if anybody knows about baseball, it's Manny Mota. So there's a trip to the mound in this mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. So the A's have finished talking about it. The Dodgers still with a little threat here going. The leadoff home run by Ha-Seong Kim. His first major league home run has tied the game at 3.
If I'm Max Muncy here, I'm going to get right on top of the plate. Challenge me with that fastball, but I know you have that changeup in your back pocket, too.
Muncy 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch. He swings and knocks it foul third base side up into the third deck.
But what, even Langoliers, last minute, you see him jump to the outside half. You don't see catchers move all that much with a pitch coming either.
No, but they can tell you a lot when you look at catchers.
Especially if they're in the shadow. Careful.
0-1 coming to Muncy. Swing and a miss at a ball that faded outside, a changeup.
He did it again. So Langoliers, he'll center, call the pitch, and if you call the changeup, you see him shifting with a quick jump to the left.
0-2 pitch to Muncy. And he strikes out, swinging at a changeup, leaving 2 men on base. Dodgers tie it on the home run by Kim. And after 5 full, it's the Dodgers 3, Athletics 3.
This is AM 570 LA Sports.
Yamalva Resort and Casino is California's #1 entertainment destination. Grab your tickets to
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, Can of Corn.
Easy fly ball.
And the Athletics with Jose Mota, Tim Neverett with you, Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer with us, and David Vassay is preparing for the post-game show. Make sure you join him for that later on. And the first pitch coming to Brent Rooker, the designated hitter, misses outside for ball 1, a curveball away.
David Vassay wants to make sure that I'm doing my homework for the post-game show.
Well, he can be pretty sure
that I'm prepared.
1-0 pitch. Well, I don't know how much better you can be prepared having sat here and called the game.
Those are high standards over there, so you never know.
Yeah.
I'm not on this side all the time, so.
He's literally looking over your shoulder. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch to Rooker is popped up foul first base side, and that'll be out into the seat.
You know, Tim, we like good baseball stories and perseverance, and this is one of them. How many times was Brent Rooker told, nope, you're just a 4A guy. That's all you are. And here he is, multi-year deal, secure future.
He's not a 4A guy. He's legit. He's been a legitimate hitter the last few years for the A's and earned that extension.
San Diego, Kansas City.
American League All-Star 2023, won a Silver Slugger last year. And he takes ball 4 just outside. A leadoff walk.
Usually the A's have put the pressure on Yamamoto pretty much all through the night. That first guy getting on again.
Yeah, 4 out of the 6 innings, the leadoff man has been aboard. And here is Shea Langoliers. He's been on base twice, has scored once. And the pitch to Langoliers, hit in the air to right field, carrying out near the warning track, but in front of it, Andy Pages parks. He'll make the catch and get the ball back in quickly, holding Rooker at first base.
I think Pages was a little surprised to see Rooker tagging up there. He actually caught the ball flat-footed and slinged it very quickly.
Right field, Lawrence Butler.
It's one of those things you just can't take anybody for granted.
Take note.
Bases, yep.
They will tag. So in other words, get behind the baseball.
Lawrence Butler is 0 for 2. A pair of strikeouts, both on the splitter. Middle infield playing for 2 with 1 out, and Butler fouls it behind him over by Andujar in the on-deck circle.
He was one of those guys that grounded into a double play last night. 45 times they have grounded into double plays this season as a team.
Butler hitting .236. Yamamoto fires home, and it's just outside. Came with the splitter and missed. Don't forget, just a reminder, fans, again, tomorrow is a Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night. So all fans with a ticket will get a bobblehead. So there's no reason to line up down Sunset at 8 in the morning. Don't do that anymore.
Good news, Tim.
Yep. Everybody with a ticket will get one. Allow yourself a little extra time, though, when you come in like you normally would on a night you expect a big crowd. But you don't have to sit out there all day. This pitch is fouled away. And that's a great thing, though, too, that the Dodgers have done, is make it available to everybody.
Yes. Quite fair. I have friends coming all the way from Tokyo for that, for tomorrow.
Is that right?
All the way from Tokyo.
No way.
They marked it down and said, we're going to be there for that one.
1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Butler. Stretched by Yamamoto, and here is his pitch. Swung on, ground ball to Betts. Backhands. He flips to Muncy, who steps on second, and he can't throw to first. Muncy was playing to the right of Betts, and Kim, with the left-handed hitter up, was playing much farther away on the right side, so Muncy realized he had a chance to get the out at second, at least, and that's the one they got.
That's great communication. There's a preset play there. Unfortunately, the feed from Mookie was a little bit high. If it's more on line, there's a good chance that Muncy can go out there and just follow that line on the throw and complete the double play.
You don't see it often, but you've got a 6-5 putout at second base. Butler with 2 outs at first, and the batter is Andujar, who slices one foul down the right field side into the seats.
And that's where Andujar needs to be here. Force him to hit the ball the other way.
And this is one of those cases where the right side of the infield is wide open, with Freeman holding the runner and Kim playing toward the bag at second and a right-handed batter up. This is one thing that the A's capitalized on last night. They had a number of opposite field singles in this alignment. 3-3 score, top of the 6th, 1 on, 2 out. Pitch from Yamamoto to Andujar. Will wait, throw to first, and Butler just dives back safely. Freddie tagged him on the back, but Butler got his hand in there. Butler can run 6 stolen bases. He's been caught once.
He leads the team with the 6 stolen bases. They've only stolen 18 coming into tonight as a team.
Swinging a foul back. They had stolen 11 straight until Langoliers was caught by Will Smith last night. So 11 of their last 12.
And it took Langoliers, huh?
Langoliers.
More guys.
Catcher running. It was catcher on catcher crime because when Smith threw him out, he threw him out by a mile. Now the 0-2 pitch from Yamamoto. Again, a little wait, and the throw to first, and Butler dives back.
All right, here we go. That's 2 times now he's gone over there.
So now he's got to come home, or if he goes over, he better pick him off, or it'll be a balk. The 2 disengagements for Yamamoto.
Run the clock.
And now Butler's getting a big jump, or a big lead, rather. He doesn't go. And the pitch on the way. And it is called a ball outside.
Great job. Yamamoto just took all the momentum off of him. Had he picked over, he had him.
Yeah.
But he just threw his timing off by just holding the baseball. Run the clock down in that situation.
Butler leads. Now the pitch. Swung on, popped up to second baseman Ha-Seong Kim. He'll make the catch. And that'll do it for the A's in the 6th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. No Dodger errors. At the end of 5.5, it's the Dodgers 3, Athletics.
You have a reputation as one of the star players on the team, Cancer, but you're also known as one of the shyest. You're feeling encouraged to come out of your shell and make more of a splash among your teammates. Practice giving the signs on the field and gathering the group off the field for an outing to celebrate after you win the game.
On its official home.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers and A's tied at 3. Andy Paez will lead off. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game, and Conforto and Outman to follow. And Gunnar Hoagland, the starter in his 3rd major league start, still in the ball game to start the 6th inning for the Athletics. Meantime, left-hander Hogan Harris is warming up for them. Pitch to Andy, outside ball 1. It's Chevy Truck Month, and there's no better time to do what you do best in a Chevy Silverado. Shop now at SoCalChevy.com. On ball, no strike pitch. It's outside again. It's 2-0.
For Paez here, look for his own. The thing drive here. Drive the baseball.
Paez homered his first time up on the first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. He takes ball 3 low. And then last time up, he singled to right center in the 4th. So Harris warming up for the A's. The Dodgers did have Ben Kasparius moving around and also Alex Vesia, but neither are throwing at this point in time. As Paez takes outside, and he walks, so he's been on base for the 3rd time, and the Dodgers have the go-ahead run on.
Get ready for the Freeway Series against the Angels this weekend, which will include Clayton Kershaw returning to the mound Saturday night. Get your tickets today at Dodgers.com/promotions, and here comes the Kersh.
Great to see him back on the hill. Michael Conforto facing Hoagland. Takes outside ball 1. Conforto 0 for 2. Fly deep to center in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging on a changeup in the 4th.
How many times in the last 3 years have we seen Kershaw come back exactly on a week where somebody gets hurt from the rotation.
You know, it's a weird coincidence. Pitch outside and low, 2-0. Speaking of that, we got word today, speaking of starting pitching, as Langoliers goes out to talk to his pitcher, but we got word today that Blake Snell was cleared by the doctor and threw today. And he threw from 60 feet today, and he'll start his progression back to pitch.
That's great news. So it's going to be at least, 3 weeks, considering where he was and how far back you have to go to the last time he pitched to get him built up again.
And on the other,
that is really good news.
On the other side of the coin, however, Tyler Glasnow, who had started to throw, has had the ball taken out of his hand, and he's going to be down now for a while.
Not good.
So the Dodgers have had him stop throwing.
And the word yesterday was throwing progression started.
Right. 2-0 to Conforto. He takes a strike. Another piece of news about pitching today, and we got to watch it today. Simulated game here at Dodger Stadium. And Teoscar Hernandez and Tommy Edman batting, but they were batting against Emmett Sheehan, who looked really good. 2-1, and that's outside.
Saw some face expressions by Teoscar later on. He's like, that means he's on. He is. Actually has approached and gotten to triple digits in his rehab.
Yeah, this is after surgery and a long layoff, and he looks like he is back. 3-1 pitch to Conforto from Hoagland. Conforto swings and foul tips it into the glove of Langoliers. Now, Sheehan told me in spring training that he felt that he could possibly be back in games by the month of June. And by the way he pitched today in that sim game, who knows? Probably before June, I would guess. It's just a total guess on my part, but you'd think he'd be in a rehab game somewhere pretty soon.
We saw velocity. We saw good location, too.
Yeah.
And good breaking balls.
And Conforto hits a liner into left field, a base hit. Rounding second and on his way to third as Pages throws off line. Pages is out anyway. And Andy runs himself into an out at third base.
We saw this happen a lot earlier in the season with Pages making decisions like this.
And the play was right in front of him as the base runner. That's where you hold at second, but he's now looking in the dugout. The Dodgers were looking at the video. They're not going to challenge it because he was out. And Soderstrom right there gets an easy outfield assist.
Very easy right in front of him. Left field is going to be the toughest outfield spot for you to go first to third when the ball's in front of you. But also he's charging a lot, and that is the shortest throw to third base.
Mark Kotsay coming out to get Gunnar Hoagland, who acquitted himself exceptionally well tonight in his third major league start, holding the Dodgers to just 3 runs. 1 out, Conforto at first base. Hogan Harris coming in, a lefty to pitch for the Athletics. Pitching change timeout to score. The Dodgers 3, the Athletics 3.
The Tacoma, I very specifically got it for camping off-road.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher, left-hander Hogan Harris. Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 9th appearance for Harris, 1-0 and a 4.38 ERA. Opponents hitting only 196 against him. Kike Hernandez, a right-handed bat, hitting for James Outman, with Conforto the go-ahead run at first. And a breaking ball is in low, ball 1.
Well, the base running play, we forgot about Conforto. Another great piece of hitting.
He's hitting 4 straight now. And Conforto has started to heat up. Here's a 1-0. And Kike hits a long fly ball foul down the third base side. Oh, that had plenty of distance, but he hooked it down the line, and that is going to be strike 1. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Dodgers, 3 runs, 4 hits for the Athletics. Conforto still the responsibility of Gunnar Hoagland, the starting pitcher for the A's. 1-1, and that's up high, 2-1. And the Dodgers have left-handed action, I should say. Alex Vesia warming. And a right-hander has gotten up for the Athletics. 2-1, swung on, popped up right field near the line. Lawrence Butler gets himself in a throwing position, makes the catch, and gets it back on the infield and back to first base. Conforto, 2 away.
Look at how close Butler was playing to that line.
It was close. But for Paez to make the first out of the inning at third base when he represents the go-ahead run, it's tough. But what's even tougher is the play was right in front of him. The ball was in left field and not hit very deep. He was on the ground.
Cannot go. And it's not the first time Paez has run into these issues.
Well, the Dodgers are going to send up Miguel Rojas to hit for Kim here. Get the right-handed bat in there. 2 outs. And a man at first base. Shohei Ohtani on deck. So the job here for Rojas is to get Ohtani to the plate any way he can. Pitch is low and in, ball 1.
Been a good night for Hyun-Sung Kim. 360 now. He went 2 for 2.
Single in his first major league home run. So he takes a seat, and Miguel Rojas at the plate. He pitched in last night's game. 1-0, and that's also low. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody wants to see position players pitch in a game, especially at home.
I don't ever. Again.
It just means the game's out of hand. 2-0. And it's swung on, popped up back of the plate. Langoliers will give it a look. He sheds the mask and he runs to the screen, and the ball's just over the screen into the third row. Two balls and a strike to Rojas. Well, right now would be a great time for Rojas to poke one through the right side. He's done that a lot. Luis Urias playing close to the bag at second. 2 men out. Kurtz holding Conforto at first base.
I was also thinking swinging 2-0 with Ohtani next.
And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, a breaking ball.
Which was out of the zone.
Right, because if you don't swing 2-0, and if it's a strike, it's still going to be 2-1 either way. But it might be 3-0.
Exactly.
It puts more pressure on the pitcher. You can take another pitch if you need to. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. And Rojas lines it into right center. That's a base hit. Conforto's going to run around second and head to third, and they're going to wave him home. Here comes the relay. It's going to be late. Conforto ahead first, slide, safe. It's a pinch hit double for Rojas, and the Dodgers have taken a 4-3 lead.
How about Miggy setting it up, swinging 2-0, swinging at a ball, and then forcing himself to just be convinced he's got to elevate. Force him to elevate, goes inside out. Great base running by Conforto, and also Shohei Ohtani serving as another coach right by home plate, saying you need to get down, get dirty.
A clutch hit for Rojas in a pinch hitting situation. Ohtani is 1 for 3 with a homer. And a left-on-left matchup here. Pitches outside. Now remember last night, Jeffrey Springs, the lefty, everything to Ohtani off the plate outside. They stayed away from him as much as they could.
As they did with Freddie Freeman, too.
Now the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. And that one was inside. Ohtani missed an opportunity there, as it was right over a lot of the plate.
Yeah, and watching while Langelier was setting up, that was a mistake. He just missed his spot.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. And Ohtani lets the breaking ball go down and away. Incidentally, a note on Rojas. This year, as a pinch hitter, he is 3 for 3 with 2 extra base hits. The other extra base hit was a home run in Atlanta.
Stay middle of the field.
3-1, a little tapper toward the third baseman, and Duhar rushes, one-hands, he's late at first. That's a base hit for Ohtani. Boy, Ohtani can rumble, and he gets down the line in a hurry. And now there are runners at the corners, and 2 men out for Mookie Betts.
Again, advantage left-handed batter, full swing into the bat. And Duhar playing even with the bat, but there's no chance. Duhar, remember, he's played more outfield than anything else as of late, and does not have that quick speed in the infield anymore.
So with Betts coming up, Mark Concha is going to go to the bullpen, bring on the right-hander to face him. Dodgers have a run in. They've taken the lead. They're threatening for more. With runners at first and third and 2 men down, Betts will be the hitter. We'll tell you about the A's pitcher when we come back. The score of the Dodgers 4, A's 3.
With the warm weather, it's a great time for a remodel. Update your bathroom, put in new flooring, even a new kitchen. But sometimes what really makes sense is a
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, you know, there's 2 here.
Nunez comes on to pitch. Via La Mata in the Dominican Republic. Facing Mookie Betts. Dodgers up 4-3. They go Rojas, the runner at third. Shohei Ohtani at first base. This pitching change presented by Navien HVAC and water heater products. 37th appearance. I should say he made 36 appearances last year for the A's. And the pitch outside. Ball 1 to Mookie.
First this season for Ohtani.
Ohtani is out there replacing Hogan Harris. Dodgers looking for more here. Ohtani is back from the 15-day injured list. And it is 1-0, and Mookie waves through the slider. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Big guy, big frame. Seems like the ball is coming out from right behind that right shoulder as he turns towards home plate, and the right-handed batter does not get a good look. But he does work on the first base side of the rubber, which should give you a better window.
Runners lead first and third. A 1-1 pitch from Ohtani. Swung on and hit up in the air to right field. Playable for Lawrence Butler. He didn't have to go too far. And he'll reach up and make the catch. And the Dodgers are done in the bottom of the 6th inning. But They get a run on 3 hits. They leave 2. And at the end of 6 full of Dodger Stadium, it's...
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Left-hander Alex Vesia takes over the top of the 7th inning. Dodgers with a 4-3 lead. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Bottom part of the order to face Vesia, who makes his 22nd appearance of the season. He's 1-0 with a 3.44 ERA. And he delivers ball 1 to Blade. He is tops on the Dodgers staff in appearances now. 1-0 pitch, swung on and skied down the right field line. Near the line, Pages. And in fair territory, right where the grass and the track meet, he makes the catch for out number 1.
Get that leadoff guy off the bases. That is key right now for a guy like Alex Vesia, who's been very good at that spot this season. Leadoff hitters in an inning, 294 on-base percentage against him.
So he's past that one. And now facing Luis Urias, who is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Rojas remains in the game at second base for the Dodgers. And the pitch. And that's inside.
That was an accidental cutter. Very good move.
There's a 1-0 pitch to Urias. Swing and a miss. When you say accidental cutter, what do you mean?
It just happened to cut when he did not mean it for it to cut. Four-seamer. Got a little of the air at the very end and cut in. And he goes Cambio. How about that? He went changeup on him.
Well, he's got Urias guessing a little bit right now. 1 ball and 1 strike to the A's second baseman. The stretch by the left-hander, and Vesia pausing on the hill. Now he'll kick and throw home. 1-1 cut on and missed. He came back with another changeup.
Double up. He's got great arm speed, and that's why people are guessing fastballs all the way, and he just drops it without trying to, overpronate it.
High fastball right here, probably. Here's a 1-2. There was the high fastball, swing and a miss.
That's good pitching. I think you've seen baseball before?
Once or twice.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
I've seen him pitch a few times. So he gets him with the high heat.
First baseman,
it's a lot easier to guess from up here, too.
No.
For all of us.
Nick Kurtz, the batter, number 9 hitter. 2 down, bases empty, and Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Now the pitch. That's outside. Rick is really good at predicting pitches. He's good at it. He reads the catcher, too.
There's so many things you can look at.
He's got a pretty good
From
sense.
Up here. Oh, so much easier.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kurtz. Kurtz 0 for 2. Flied to left in the 3rd. Struck out swinging in the 5th.
And every catcher has a habit. As I was talking about Langoliers. When he was calling changeups at Hoagland, he would jump out and get lower. That's the indication right there.
1-1 is outside. 2-1. Yamamoto's numbers: 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 88 pitches, 58 for strikes, and leaves the game as the pitcher of record on the plus side. And the pitch outside. The Dodgers getting a run in the bottom of the 6th, and at that point, that broke the tie, and that made Yamamoto the pitcher of record to the good.
That's why you want to stay another inning. Get that 6th inning out of the way. Give your offense a chance to get you a W.
3-1 popped up right side. Freddie Freeman drifting into foul ground. He's on top of the coach's box, and he will make the catch. And Alex Vesia comes in the top of the 7th and retires the side in order. Stretch time at Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 4, A's.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, you know, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so. Never gets old.
Bottom of the 7th inning is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 4-3 the score. Dodgers in front, and Freddie Freeman leading off against right-hander Michel Otañez, who deals him low and in. An update from south of here in San Diego. Padres have closed out the Angels 5-1. And the Padres with the victory. Now they're 27th.
hittable fastball last year.
He's got a disappearing splitter, too.
His fastball will hit at a clip of around 123 average overall.
0-2 to Wilson. The stretch by Yates, and the right-hander fires home. And tried for that outside corner with a fastball and missed. Ball and 2 strikes to the young Jacob Wilson. Out of Thousand Oaks. And the 1-2. Swing and a grounder to third. Charged by Muncy. He one-hands it from the lip of the infield grass. Throws on to first in time to get him one away.
Get that first guy out of the way, especially a guy like Jacob Wilson. After a beautiful night last night, 4 hits, he is 0 for here tonight.
Top of the 8th inning brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. And the pitch now to Soderstrom. Missed outside ball 1. Soderstrom with a 2-run homer in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3.
That home run was his first home run in 20 games since moving over to left field.
A 1-0 pitch. And a strike called.
And at one point, he was leading Major League Baseball in home runs.
There's a 1-1 pitch on the way from Yates. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. I saw him catch when he first came to AAA. I was over in Vegas watching the games over there. And he was okay as a catcher. Not bad. First baseman, too. But he could really hit. Swing and a foul back to our left.
Hey, where's their Max Muncy?
AAA.
We want to see that reunion.
Yeah, AAA. He may be in the big leagues before long. They have a Max Muncy, too. And they have the same birthday, oddly enough.
Go figure. Wow.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. And Soderstrom drives it to the alley in left center field. That's going to split him and go to the wall. Taylor will play the carom. He fires it into Betts, the relay man. Goes off of his glove, but in with a double is Tyler Soderstrom. And with 1 out of the 8th inning, the A's have the tying run in scoring position.
Yeah, because the Ace is pretty much a guy that lives off that fastball. He elevate and get it by you, but also fastball splitter. Splitter tumbles down. Mostly it just fades out. He got it fading out and went exactly where that pitch was thrown with some authority the other way.
Brent Rooker, the batter, the designated hitter. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Struck out on a fastball back in the 1st inning. Hitting .254. And Yates, the right-hander, sends one toward the plate inside ball 1. Now the 1-0, he couldn't hold up on the swing. Good fastball outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now just 1 pitcher warming up for the A's. It is Tyler Ferguson. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. And a strike call. The A's wear 3 patches on their game jerseys. One of them is the number 24 for Ricky Henderson. We lost this year. One of the great, not only players, but personalities of the game of baseball.
That is still we cannot believe that happened.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball down the right side, not a play. Ricky, all-time leader in steals, leadoff home runs.
Best leadoff hitter in the history of the game.
No doubt. A left-handed guy who hit right-handed, one of the few. 1-2 pitch. And a check swing roller to the right side. Freddie grabs it. He'll step on the bag for the out and advancing to third is Soderstrom. 2 down. Yeah, Ricky often referred to himself in the third person. And it was very funny about it.
Ricky don't like that.
And sometimes when he wanted to talk about himself, he'd say, "Mama says Ricky's a good ball player." Always had some great one-liners. Here is Shea Langoliers. Langoliers, he can be a tough out. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a walk. He has scored a run, singled and stole a base earlier tonight.
I asked Ricky about staying in shape, at age 39, 40. He goes, Ricky eats a bowl of ice cream every night. That's how I do it.
That's how he does it?
Mm-hmm.
How come it hasn't worked for me? That's what I want to know. Others are probably saying the same thing. How can I eat a bowl of ice cream tonight? 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball right by Langoliers. Ball and a strike to him.
There's that disappearing fastball up in the zone. A little giddy up above the letters.
Stretch it now. Yates 1-1 deal. Swung on, fouled away to the right. One thing I learned from Ricky Henderson, listening to him talk about stealing bases. Between first and second, he would say he gets into his lead, and it was 11 strides before he'd start his head first slide. Just 11 strides. And that's how he had it all timed out.
He got low to the ground, and he worked initially with somebody holding a rope across right by first base. And his first step had to be under that rope.
Now a 1-2 to Langoliers from Yates. It's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Smith. Soderstrom was coming down the line, and the ball in the dirt. He had a thought for a second, but Will kept it out in front. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And where did Ricky get the idea with the rope? Maury Wills.
A lot of people credit Maury Wills for a lot of things, including Dave Roberts. That's why he wears number 30.
Yes, sir.
To honor Maury Wills. 2-2 is the count to Langoliers. Pitch on the way, and it is sliced foul down the right field line into the seats. One thing was amazing to watching Ricky was stealing third base. It's fascinating.
And he did not need to have a running lead or walking lead, just from his heels and take off.
He could read pitchers better than anybody. 2-2. And Langoliers looks at strike 3. Fastball caught the bottom part of the strike zone.
On its official home.
The game in trouble. Started off small and they paying me double.
Top of the 9th inning, 3 outs to get for the Dodgers. Lawrence Butler will lead off for the Athletics against right-hander Ben Kasparias. 9-3 is the score, 13 hits to 5. And Kasparias will make his 14th appearance. He is 4-0 with an ERA of an even 3. Facing Butler, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch outside. The best drive of the game presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth at Edmunds.com. No question it was the Max Muncy home run. 3-run shot in the bottom of the 8th inning. That was your best drive of the game. There's a broken back ground ball to second. Picked up by Rojas. He throws on to first. And the business end of the bat, the barrel, was helicoptering out to the right side of the mound. And when Kasparias was in his follow-through, he had to duck so it wouldn't hit him.
When you start saying business, I thought it was part of your read.
Oh, no. The business end of the bat. So, a 4-3 out, and Miguel Andujar's 1 for 3 is up.
Kasparias averaging 96 in that fastball. He'll throw a slider, cutter, and a curveball.
Right-handed hitter Andujar drove in a run in the 4th. And Kasparias kicks and delivers, and it's inside for a ball. Top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today. And a ground ball to third. Charging is Muncy. Plays a good chest-high hop. Throws on to first. 2 down. And the Athletics down to the final out tonight.
A beautiful effect of a fastball in. He got Andujar on his heels. And Andujar almost kind of out of revenge takes a big swing. Out of control and tops into third base. All because of one pitch inside.
Center fielder number 33, J.J. Bleday.
J.J. Bleday is 0 for 3. The center fielder, number 7 hitter. And Kasparius winds, delivers, high for a ball. Remember we talked about the emotion of Mookie Betts. You pointed it out.
I'm telling you, I had never seen that from him ever.
He was telling the A's, don't walk somebody to get to me. 1-0 pitch is fly to left. Chris Taylor will get under it. He'll camp out. That is your ball game. And the Dodgers have evened up the series at a game apiece with a 9-3 win tonight over the Athletics, with a rubber game on the way tomorrow night. Yamamoto will get another win, his 5th. And the Dodgers go to 28-15 while the A's drop to 22-21. Final score, 9-3. Dodgers win it. Jose and I are back to wrap it up and have the totals for you in just a moment.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez.